Happy Canada Day. Welcome. Just gonna wait a little bit for some people to jump on because it's 10 o'clock, and then we'll get started to make the pancake cereal. Hi, hello everyone, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Hello. Hi. So happy to be here with you this morning. Going to make some delicious pancake cereal. If you haven't seen the pictures already, they are the cutest pancakes you'll ever eat. Super small, about the size of a quarter. So it's super fitting for Canada Day too. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So happy to be here with you. I hope you have your morning beverage of choice ready. I have my coffee here. I'll be alternating between coffee and water, so stay hydrated. It's key. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I'm so excited to be here with you. Good morning. So we'll get started in a little bit. To introduce myself, my name is Teresa Silva Byers. I take care of the social media account here at Fruit of the Land and some of their marketing. If you've ever been to a trade show, you've probably seen me there too. I'm one of the people that work the trade shows as well. So if you ever leave a comment on our Instagram page, chances are it's me that's answering you. Not always, but most of the time it's me. Good morning, good morning. We're gonna wait a little bit. And for those hopping on, we're making pancake cereal. So it's Canada Day here in Canada, and we're celebrating our nation's birthday with some breakfast with all of you. So it's gonna be lots of fun. Takes a little bit of patience, but I'm sure we can find some of that this morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I'm so happy to be here with you today. Excellent. So we'll get started at 10:05 in just 2 minutes. This is really easy to do. So today we're using the Fruit of the Land pancake mix, and I have a cup and a quarter of milk. So I'm using a cup of the mix and then a cup and 1/4 of milk. You could also use water if you don't drink milk. You could also use a dairy-free alternative. Now this mix does have eggs in it, so if you're vegan, it's not something you're going to be turning to. But if you're just conscious of your dairy intake, a nut milk of some sort or some sort of milk alternative would work as well. I'm using whole milk today for those who are curious as to what kind of milk. I like a nice fatty milk, brings out all the flavors, and it just makes it taste good. So why not? Why not have something that tastes good? As we're going through everything today, if anyone has any questions related to what we're making, or any questions in general in terms of the products that we carry, what we're using, what are our favorite things this summer, feel free to leave a comment in the comment box below. I'll be trying to pay as much attention as that as possible while not burning our pancake cereals, so I will get to those questions. And of course, if we don't get to your questions today during this live, feel free to message us, or hopefully if Instagram works properly, we'll be able to save this directly to our feed, so you'll be able to come back to this even if you're not making them today and you want to save it maybe for the weekend or a day that you have more time. We can go back to that. So we'll get started in just a moment, and then good morning, everyone. And we'll make some pancake cereal and we'll see how it goes. Perfect. So it's 10:05. We're going to get started. So for those of you who just signed on, my name is Teresa Silva Byers. I help run the Instagram social media accounts here at Fruit of the Land. And today we are making pancake cereal. And this is just a super fun way to eat pancakes. It's Canada Day here in Canada, so we're celebrating our nation's birthday, and why not celebrate it with some pancakes and maple syrup? I don't know any more of a Canadian way to get the day started. So, super easy. I have the Fruit of the Land pancake mix here that I'll be using today, And then I'm gonna use a cup of this, and then I have a cup and a quarter of milk. You could also use water if you like, and that's all you need, just the 2 ingredients. One thing I will say about the pancake mix, it's really nice to have something like this on hand, especially as we start getting into cottage season and we're spending time away from home. We might not want to bring all the ingredients necessary to make pancakes, so having a bag of this handy is always something nice to have, because it makes it a lot easier. There's not much thinking involved because it's pretty foolproof. So I've put a cup of the pancake mix into a bowl, and even just pouring it into the bowl, I could smell the maple sugar in here. So there's maple sugar in this pancake mix, so it's a maple pancake mix. So it's double maple if you're putting maple syrup on it on top. So it's a real treat, and it smells so nice. And then I'm going to take a cup of my milk, cup and 1/4 of milk rather, and I'm just going to pour it right in. And then I have my whisk, and we're just going to whisk it together. So for the good morning everyone, we're making cereal pancakes, or pancake cereal for those who are joining, and I'm just whisking together some of our pancake mix and some milk. And we're just going to get it to a point where there are no clumps, it's nice and consistent, and it doesn't take very long. So we'll just get that going. Happy Canada Day, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. So typically when I make a pancake mix, I like it a little thicker, but because of the nature of this recipe and the nature of these pancakes, you want it a little runnier, because we're going to be using a squeeze tube to make the little guys. So it makes it easier. I'm gonna let this thicken up just a little bit because it is a little runny, and if I feel like I need a little more mix, I'll add a bit more mix, because I don't want it too liquidy to the point that it's not gonna hold its form. Good morning everyone, welcome. So it's really quite simple. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about having one of these pancake mixes handy, is that it's literally 2 ingredients, and here's my batter, and there's not much thinking involved. This is also really great if you have kids. Helps to minimize a mess. Not that that's always avoidable in the kitchen, but sometimes it's nice to try to minimize that. And again, it has maple sugar in it, so you get the smell of the maple, you get the flavor of the maple, and it makes it a real Canadian treat. So it's already starting to thicken a bit, which is nice. And while it does that, I'm going to go over and I'm going to go warm up my skillet. So typically when I'm making pancakes, I like to let the batter rest for a little bit while I'm warming up my skillet. It doesn't take very long, at least for mine, to warm up. I'm using a smaller one because I'm not making a massive batch of pancakes today, because there's only 2 of us in the house. But of course, if you were feeding your family of 5, for example, you might want to get multiple skillets going, and that way you can go squeezing your batter onto the skillet. Happy Canada Day. Thank you. I'm gonna go heat that up. So I'm gonna put it on medium low. You don't want it too high. And you'll find, and you'll see as we're doing it together, that the pancakes take almost no time at all to start cooking because they're so small. So if you're just joining us, we're making pancake cereal this morning with the Fruit of the Land pancake mix. 2 ingredients, super simple, absolutely delicious, and great for today, great for Canada Day. So welcome. I'm going to take a little sip of my coffee. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any questions that you might have that pop up, whether it's about these pancakes, whether it's about something else that we offer, or something else that you've seen on our Instagram. I'd be happy to answer any of those questions, if I have the answers, of course. Perfect. So you can already see it's starting to thicken a bit. So this is great for what we're doing today. I might even add a little more batter, so it could have been 1-to-1, 1 cup of mix to 1 cup of liquid, but we're just going to see. The nice thing about pancakes is you can't really mess them up. Once you know what you're looking for, it's pretty easy to fix any mistakes you might make, or sometimes it's just the temperature. It's warm in my kitchen today, so good morning everyone. It's warm in my kitchen today, so that might affect it a bit. You never know, there's always lots of different factors when you're in the kitchen. So I am going to put a little bit more mix, just a sprinkle, because we don't want it too thick because of what we're doing. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little more in, get it a touch thicker. Maybe a little more. Why not? Good morning, everyone. Welcome. And of course, if you're making these at home today with me, or maybe you're making them later and you're just here to learn how to make them, please share your photos with us. We would love to see what you end up topping them with. I have a really Canadian treat for today, but maybe you're gonna do something different. So I'd love to see what it is that you choose. Perfect. So I like this consistency a little better. Still runny, but that's okay, because again, we're using a squeeze bottle and we want to make sure that it comes out easily, because if it's too thick, it's going to be difficult. So I'm going to check to make sure that my skillet is warming up nicely, and then I will be right back. The nice thing about working in a condo kitchen is I don't have to go very far. Okay, perfect. So this is the part that might require the most skill, and it's putting it in your squeeze bottle. I found this at the dollar store. If you don't have a squeeze bottle, a few options if you want to still make the pancake cereal. One of my friends suggested using a plastic water bottle. So you would poke a big enough hole in the lid, and then pour your batter into the bottle portion, screw the lid back on, and then you can squeeze from there. Another option could be using a pastry bag. That might be a little trickier because of the fact that the batter could run through. Another option could also be using a Ziploc bag. Pour the bottle in the Ziploc bag, make a small enough hole in one of the corners, seal it up, and then you can just squeeze like that. So similar to a piping bag, it's the same sort of idea. So the moment of truth. This is the part that makes me the most nervous, because if it doesn't get in the squeeze bottle, that's the end of our life. You're gonna have to use your imagination. So here we go. Slowly pour it. I'm using a funnel too. Oh my goodness. Did I do it? I did it. Okay, slowly. All right. I hope this is working out for you too. I'm just gonna pour it all in. We're almost done. Filling the squeeze bottle. And I have a little more batter, but I'm gonna stop there because my squeeze bottle is full. So, I'm gonna screw that back on. And we're gonna take you to the other side of my kitchen. So, come with me. Here we go. I think that's a good angle. It's always hard trying to get the right angle. Okay, that's good. And I'll move it closer so you can see the skillet as we start making them. So I have my skillet, it's warm, might even be too warm right now, feels good. And then I have my squeeze bottle, and this part, it's pretty easy. All you do is you take your squeeze bottle and you make little squeezes. So squeeze it out slowly. There we go. I had a little blockage in mine, but it's out now. I'm gonna turn the heat down a bit. So here we have it. All you do, you squeeze your squeeze bottle, you squeeze your batter onto your skillet, and you'll start to see as the pancakes start to cook, and this is just a general rule of thumb with pancakes, is that once you start to see little bubbles form, so you can see them here, they're cooking, and these are pretty much ready to flip. So my skillet was, I would say, a little too warm, so I've turned it down a bit so we don't end up burning it. And now you'll take your spatula and you will flip your pancakes. So the first time I did this, I tried doing it one by one, and I was here for a very long time. But I do like to do a few just to make some space, and then as they start cooking, I will scoop out a few. So it just depends on what your skillet looks like, how adventurous you're feeling. But we're gonna take these ones and we just flip them over. Like so. And again, if you're feeding multiple people or you have lots of kids that you want to have get involved, you can have two going at the same time and just making sure that no one burns themselves on the skillets because they do get pretty hot. So one tip I will give you is here, these are all the pancakes I flipped and I've moved them to one side of the skillet. I find this helps speed up the process a bit because then I'll just take the other half of my skillet and I will put the batter on that half. So that way when one is finishing up, the other one can get started and you're not here waiting for a whole batch, because it's not like a big size pancake where you're waiting as much time, you're waiting as long. So these smell incredible. I definitely think it's because of the maple sugar that's in them. I'm getting the maple smells. And so I have my bowl ready. I have half of these ready to go, and you can just place them in your bowl. And you repeat this until all of your batter is done, which can seem like it takes a really long time, but I find after a while it just becomes kind of calming. You go with it. And because they cook so fast, because they're so small, you're not here for very long. And they're cute. So sometimes we just make it. Anyone can make these pancakes. Super simple. As long as you have the ingredients, you can make these pancakes. A bit of a stoppage in there. There we go. So I'll make another round and then we will dress these together. I have a little blockage in mine. So for those of you who are just joining and you missed the introduction, we are making pancake cereal today. So this is just a fun way to celebrate Canada Day with all of you and enjoy some pancakes, because I think some of us have the day off, so maybe we have a little extra time this morning and it would be nice to have something fun to eat. So I'm going to finish these off and then we'll dress them. And then of course if you've made these at home, we would love to see them. We would love to know what you've topped on your pancakes today, and be a part of your Canada Day. Share some of this goodness together. And we thank you for being with us today too, because we know there's lots of things you could have been doing, and here we are making breakfast together. So you might need to give your squeeze bottle a little shake every now and then, just to make sure that the pancake mix can come out smoothly. So we have some like really small ones. So cute and tasty, which some might argue is the more important factor in all of this. And as you can see, I just put this batter on, and I already need to flip these because the skillet is hot. So there we go. Flip them around. And then today I am going to be dressing my pancakes with the cranberry maple syrup. So this one is really a really great way to change up your maple syrup. So we have 2 flavored maple syrups, and they still have the base of our organic maple syrup, so our regular pure organic maple syrup. And then this one is infused with cranberry, and then we also have a blueberry. But I figured because it's Canada Day, I'm going to stick with some red, and I'm going to use the cranberry. So I'm going to grab my pancakes, and we are going to dress them, enjoy them, and we'll say goodbye. So I'm putting my final pancakes, I'm putting my final pancakes on my bowl, and then we will dress them with our maple syrup. One thing I will say with these pancakes is it's cute if you were doing a big brunch and of course you had the time to do this and you wanted to, you can do like a pancake cereal bar. So you make all your little pancakes and then you could have lots of different toppings, and then people could make their own pancakes. You could even use these for dessert. So if you leave them on long enough, they'll crisp up a bit and they kind of become like a pancake chip. So you can use that instead. On top of ice cream would be really nice, with a nice dollop of whipped cream, fresh whipped cream, or yogurt, whatever you really want. But that would be just a big platter of baby pancakes for everyone to enjoy. So we're going to enjoy this bowl here. I'm going to take my cranberry maple syrup. Our Promenade and Vaughan Mills locations are open today for Canada Day. So it is the last day to shop the 10% off maple products. So if you're watching this now and you're thinking, oh man, I didn't get what I needed to make these pancakes, feel free to pop into either one of those locations. You can grab a bottle of maple syrup, you can grab our pancake mix, because it's all maple products on sale today, 10% off, in-store only. So let's dress them. Got my pancakes. And we're gonna put it on top. And there we have it. So fun. If you had sprinkles, this would be really fun with sprinkles, shaved chocolate, really whatever you feel like putting on your pancakes, enjoying on your pancake cereal. We're so happy that we were able to spend the morning with you, having breakfast. Enjoy your pancake cereal. If you've made them, share your photos. We'd love to see them. And we can't wait to see you all soon. So have a wonderful Canada Day. Stay safe and have a very good time. Bye guys.